trash, okay, opportunist, okay, scheming, anxious attachment, okay, a bunch of pick-me's. People this season came to play, not get into love, not find a wife. I came to play, make this an opportunity for a podcast, my business, for billboards, love. I'm here for love. Okay. Now, if you are new here, I'm Denise Brady. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. Please hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know as we're getting into this recap analysis of these relationships. What do you think about this season? You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, are we at a 2? Are we at a 1? Do you feel like they should just throw away the whole show? Okay. Because after watching, I'm just like, a lot of fluff. Y'all need 2 parts. Y'all could have had 1. All right. But please put some comments under the video, like, subscribe. I need y'all to like the videos and leave comments. Please, please engage with the videos, y'all. Please engage with the videos. I need that support. It's free to support me by just engaging the videos, liking the videos. Even if you don't subscribe, just engage. Okay. Engage. It really helps my channel a lot now. Okay. Let me make sure my chair is here. Woo-wee. Tommy know how to make a check. Because what is he giving? Okay, you know my show is a little bit ghetto if you didn't know that. Okay, it's a little bit ghetto over here. Now, he knows how to make a check. He knows how to collect the check, because what does he really give at this point? What does he really give? He said, okay, we're going to take a commercial break. Now, Bello, Dominique, a lot of people could do that. Okay, now I took notes. Now we start off with Dominique and Bello. Okay, there is wrong on both parts, but a lot of y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all want to put all the blame on Bello when it's both of them who caused their situation to end the way it did. Now, I do believe Bello is a person who says a lot of the things that he thinks the world wants to hear, people need from him. He has no sense of himself. He is a user. Okay. And he came here with ulterior motives to build his brand. And I want to know, did the girlfriend turn to the wife? Because I know he married at this point. We're in the same outfit. Apparently he got married in. Okay. Now I'm not going to talk so much about the marriage thing, because the show is what, 2 years old. Unless y'all can show me some marriage licenses of when he got married. The biggest thing is that he's a fraud. Okay, at the end of the day, he is a big old fraud. But Dominique, girl, okay, we're going to get into you too. Now, okay, apparently he had a girlfriend. Apparently the mama was probably still kicking in with the girlfriend, because mama probably knew he just over there to collect the check. He not really about Dominique. He just there because we all want some of the check. Quiet as kept. The family want the money too. Now, Dominique confronts him and talks about him having a girlfriend, blocking the girlfriend, all of that. Now, that conversation, I can see both sides. I can see a side of it where it could be, you pull out the phone, you block the girl, your ex-girlfriend, keyword ex. I don't think it was no ex. Okay. But you block your ex-girlfriend so she can't see your new boo thing stuff. I get that. I can see it as a, see, I'm showing you trust. I'm showing you in front of you that I'm going to do it, that I'm blocking her so that there's no communication. We're not going to have anything. It's just about you and me. Okay. I see that aspect of it. But why was the girlfriend following Dominique? How did the ex, our current girlfriend wife, know about Dominique? Okay. Because even when the show wrapped, it was what, a year, maybe some year plus before we actually saw the episodes. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, the only way that girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, I'm going to say girlfriend, knew about Dominique is because you're still talking to her. Okay. That's the thing. His lies don't make sense. All right. Now, Dominique also, I feel like you did not use a lot of discernment. I feel like there was a lot of lust in this relationship. It was all about us locking in really soon, me choosing you so that nobody else could get to you. And I feel like their relationship was built off a lot of lust. What is a foundation? Is it a mental foundation? Is it a physical foundation? Because it feels like, what do I say? They were watering concrete and they jumped and rushed too soon because they wanted to win. And I think it was more about Dominique wanting to win against the other women because she does have mean girl tendencies. She is very dominating. She doesn't really allow other people to have a conversation with her. She has to dominate the conversation and take over. And Tommy had to be like, let Bello talk. Okay. Even though the words come out of his mouth, didn't tell me anything about him being a better person. He was an opportunist. Okay. But you have to stop moving in new relationships where the foundation is all about physical. You don't know much about this man, yet you're willing to introduce him to your kids. Okay. You're willing to bring that man into your household. And we've seen on the news those repercussions of bringing a man into your household too soon. All right. But I feel like with Bello, Dominique fell for the game, the gab, the potential. I think on paper, somebody might see Bello and the things he says, the way he moves. Oh, he got it together. A lot of y'all have fell for the Bellos. Okay. A lot of y'all have been Dominique. And nobody wants to talk about that. They just want to blame Bello. All these channels just want to talk about him being married, him being an opportunist. Over here, we're going to get balanced. Okay. We have to talk about both sides of the relationship. And the relationship was doomed from the beginning. Like I said before, how was he going to integrate into her family being Muslim and her dad being so religious? Now they have this confessional thing where they talk about him. He's saying that, he was in this vacuum with her. And once they got all the experience and he had friends and family, the light bulb turned on that she can't have kids and the daddy with the religious thing. Now, I could have sworn y'all had a conversation early in the experience about her fertility, having more kids. That was a cop-out. Okay. That was an excuse to, oh, well, this is why I moved the way I did, because then I realized after talking to my friends and family, like you haven't been talking to them. Okay. It's the excuses for me. But I feel like we have to take some accountability of how we ended up here. Dominique needs to take some accountability, even if it's only because, not that she's trying to grow, but maybe so she doesn't bring the same bullshit into the next relationship. Okay. What were some things that I did, how I moved, how I talked? I guess that is self-reflection. But I guess y'all can self-reflect, but what y'all gonna do with it? Okay. What y'all gonna do with it? Okay. But she has to take some accountability too. They both caused themselves to be in this position because they moved too fast with one another and it was superficial and all physical interaction. Okay. Were y'all planting seeds to grow and water for years? And did those seeds turn into thriving plants or weeds? Because they sound like they turn into the little yellow daisies and little yellow flowers we used to pick as kids, not realizing they were weeds in the grass. We thought they were pretty little yellow flowers. But in the end, they came out, oh, those are weeds? Damn, I thought those flowers were cute. Okay. But I think that Bello is cosplaying as a great guy, full of potential. And I think as women, we fall for the potential too much and end up sitting on this couch like, damn, he made me look like a fool. When really, how did I contribute to it also? Are there movements in my life that I need to change, reflect upon so that I don't move the same way? So this person that I am today, that might need some improvements, does not show up as the same woman when a healthy, intentional, real intentional man walks into my life. Okay. Now we also get into Devin. Okay. Devin had multiple connections. Once again, we see Dominique overpowering the conversation. And then we see Little Miss, the engine that could. Okay, the train that's going choo choo, see me, choo choo, play with me, choo choo. Nicole. Okay, Nicole is exhausting. Okay, now, girl, you was dipping and dabbling with everybody. At some point, we have to have a better sense of ourselves, that we don't have to put our everything out there. We don't have to just throw ourselves into these men. Please like me. Please see me. Vince, Devon. Is anybody else that I missed that she was creeping and dating, entertaining? Okay, but she called the men out. Okay, she let that chopper sing. She like, oh, y'all want to play in the sand? I'm gonna throw some mud up in here. Okay, but the thing about Nicole is that she's desperate. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real. She is desperate. She is operating from a survival mentality, survival of the fittest. I'm trying to survive in this experience. I'm trying to survive and get a man to like me. But ladies, you should not have to do all this shit to get a man to like you, to pay attention to you. I don't even think it's about like with her. I think it's the attention. And I wonder, going back to childhood, what happened with your parents, that dynamic in the first 5 to 10 years of your life with men, with your father, that you didn't get attention somewhere, that you learned somewhere along the way, that in order for a man to like me, I gotta give them whatever they want. I gotta do the most. Nicole is seeking validation from men when she needs to turn that inside and try and find the validation from in here. I love me enough. Okay. I love me enough that I want to work on the way I am moving so that I don't keep moving like this. I hope that she's embarrassed, because maybe some of that embarrassment, maybe some of that shame can grow change. That's to see that I'm part of the problem. Okay. I'm part of the problem, but the men are too, because the men feed on that. They see that. Oh, she desperate. Oh, I can take advantage of that. Oh, let me get some of that. What you put out there to the wrong person, oh, come on over here. Okay, I see you're anxious. Oh, I see you. You just want a little bit of attention. I can breadcrumb you. I got a video coming up on breadcrumbing. I can breadcrumb you and give you a little bit of cheese, a little bit of communication, manipulate you a little bit to keep you around. Just in case these other connections that now the show is over, I'm texting, I'm making plans with, I'm sleeping with, okay? It goes back to me thinking about how people say when you exchange orifices, fluids with a person, y'all exchange maybe soul ties? I don't know. It's just something about that, watching the way these people move. Do y'all realize how much of your bodies inside, mentally, you are giving to someone who's not giving you anything back? Nicole, I hate to say this, but yeah, I do hope you're embarrassed, because I want that embarrassment to provoke change, to provoke reflection, okay? To get you to see that I've been doing the most and I haven't gotten shit back. I chased a man for 19, 20 years. He couldn't even say he liked me, okay? I was moving with Vince. Vince was moving with everybody. I was talking to Devon. Devon was talking to other people. When are you going to get to a place where you want to be the only one and your actions, your intentions reflect, I am the prize? I don't see diamond prize movements. Okay, y'all know I got to preach a little bit in these videos. Okay, I got to preach a little bit. All right. But the thing also about Nicole is that she's dangerous. She's dangerous because she will have a conversation with you. You think it's in confidence. You think y'all just, okay, we pillow talking. She gonna keep it in her pocket. She keeping a list, a tally of things that when we, I can load them clips and shoot it at you. You don't want to mess with somebody who keeps tally, who keeps the information in the back of their pocket to pull out that ace, that deuce on you. Okay? You don't want that. because that's how sometimes people's vulnerability in relationship gets weaponized. Be very careful of the Nicoles. It's a woman moving with nothing to lose and feeling like I have everything to gain. Okay. Devon, I don't really feel like he has this, I don't think he has a true sense of self. I don't think we really need the segment on him. This reunion had a lot of fluff, a lot of unnecessary things. It took them forever to get to the last couple, only for it to be what, a 3-minute segment. Forever, y'all. I'm like, why are we wasting our time with this bullshit and not getting to Ashley and oh boy, Ashley and Darius? What's taking so long? Okay, let's move along. Now, they talked about Shannon being quirky. That was an interesting word because I didn't see the quirkiness. I don't get it. I think that was a cop-out to say we don't want to put in the work with that kind of woman. A woman who has goals, dreams, career-driven, who has her shit together. Oh, I got to work for that. I didn't come here to work. I came here to have a good time. Okay, I came here for a good time, and Shannon is just too much work for me, so she's quirky. And even when they were rolling tape, I'm like, we're quirky. Like, maybe I missed it because I don't know. Maybe I missed it. I did binge watch all the episodes during the storm, but I don't remember her being quirky. I think she's just a woman who knows who she is, who has a solid foundation. And I think the men are not used to a healthy person. All these women on the stage, not all of y'all are healthy. Not all of y'all are securing yourselves. Okay. And when Darius talks about, once again, he brought up molding. Shannon is not a moldable woman because she sees past, I want to say she sees past the bullshit, but at times I'm like, let me take that back. I don't think it's that. I think she knows who she is. She's career driven and she's very solid in how she wants to move. And I think men like Darius, they want someone a little bit more anxious, a little bit more like don't really have a sense of who they are themselves, so that he can mold them. He can change them into the woman that he wants them to be. Now, I do think that Shannon is a little bit sheltered. Okay. Do I want to use naive? Maybe a little naive. Because when they rolled tape and she was talking to Darius about dating, what did he call her? Not a woman of the night. He used a phrase. I forgot what he said, but she was like, what is that? Oh, I think he said an adult entertainer. Was it that? And she's like, well, what is that? He's like, she was a stripper. And it just showed me like, oh, you're a little bit naive. You're like very book smart, but I don't know if you're like super street smart. And Darius is a street dude. So as much as I want to say she is not moldable, I think under the guise of someone like Darius, I think she could be manipulated. So let me I'll take that back a little bit. Okay. Because her naivete, it did show in that scene right there. Now her friend Mercedes is a real one. Okay. She came out there and read all the men for filth. That was very random to have a friend come on. I don't know if I've ever seen that before on these reunions. Once again, more fluff, but good fluff. That was good fluff. Okay. Her and Steve, I do feel like her and Steve could have worked, but Steve moves slow. And this kind of relationship show is fast paced. It's not for people who move slow. And I think I saw this on Love is Blind too, where I feel like last season when they had people who move very slow, and it's like, this is fast paced. You have to be able to move fast. I think if we had more time, I do think that Steve and Shannon could have made a love connection. And it's also that the fact that the show is focused on drama. Neither one of them are really big drama. Okay, they're both regular people with jobs. And I think that with more time, I hope that as they want to, they can rekindle. Because there's potential there. Given time, moving with attention, putting effort to dates and getting to know each other. There is lots of potential there. Okay, now we get a lot of backstage videos like, ooh, eat 'em up, girl. Ooh, yes, do that thing. It's like, okay, a lot of fluff. We finally get to Darius and Ashley. They didn't make it. Surprise, surprise. Not soon after they didn't make it, she was already kind of like, I don't really know if I should choose you. I don't want to go backwards in my healing journey. Once again, an example of not trusting our guts, ladies. Your gut told you you shouldn't have chose him. Okay. Darius, I feel like at times has the potential to be a great guy, but that street mess, the street part of him is too strong. It's too strong. He's so used to being a certain type of way that he's not ready to change. Okay. He wants to be the OG and mold these young girls into, I almost said slaves. He wants to mold these young women into the woman he thinks they need to be, the woman he thinks he wants them to be. Okay. It's all about Darius. He's a manipulator. All these men, damn, I don't want to say all, put a blanket statement, but most of these men were here to manipulate, play games, be in the sheets, and say they won. Nobody in season was ready to love, and I could say that. Okay. I think each individual has a lot to learn. I feel like Tommy sat on that couch, didn't really do nothing. He sat in his chair. I want to say he just read the teleprompter, but I don't even think he really did that. Let's go to a commercial break, and then we'll be back with our couples. Okay. Dominique, let him finish. Okay. Nicole, like, he doesn't really do much. And I feel like at times I've watched these OWN shows, and I feel like OWN throws a lot of money at these hosts. Okay. I've seen this. I felt like the same thing was happening with Tangent here. Ayanla, in that show they brought back. It was nothing new. She's sitting there doing ad-libs, y'all. Looking at an iPad. That's lazy. But I'm sure she collected a nice check. And you know, the economy is not great. So everybody deserves a check. People on this couch, I'm sure y'all got a check too. But at times, things are kind of getting lazy. Okay, things are kind of getting lazy. And now there's a part of me that doesn't want this show to come back. But some of y'all in the comments have pointed out to me a good thing. Something that I often forget. There are no other Black dating shows that are centered around Black relationships on TV. And as we move more into a conservative narrative, like I've been saying for years, we're moving to a conservative narrative. Shows like this, we still need them to see us in relationships, but we don't need to see us move like this. Play each other, manipulate each other, gaslight, breadcrumb. We don't need that. So it's hard for me because I see, watching a lot of reality shows, Black people tend to get kicked off first. There's a lot of racism. There's a lot of subconscious biased, conscious biased. So, as much as I don't think that Rated Love is about love, I think watching these shows move more towards a white narrative. I'm just like, we need something, but I think they can do a better job. Okay, they can do a better job. This is the only representation we have of us on TV, and it's not a good one. When this show first started, I felt like it was really about love, really about us, seeing us find relationships, move with intention, and really be together. But after, what are we on season? Is this season 11? Okay. Where the relationships? Where the marriages? Okay. Where's the healing? I don't see it. And I think these shows are not invested in that. They're invested in ratings, and capitalism is always at the top. Okay. Now, they do talk about also Lauren. Lauren is another one. Y'all, Lauren's another one who got caught up in the entanglements of men. Not me. Why my name get in it? Not me. Lauren is just more low-key about it. She's not as loud as Nicole, but she was also, after the show, dipping and dabbling. I'm not going to say sleeping with nobody because I don't know about that. But you was out here. You was out here. Okay, you was out here in these streets, girl. As much as you don't want to say it, not me. Don't put my name in it because your relationship didn't work. You was in it. Can I say that? Okay. Lauren, you were in it. All right. Everybody on that stage needs to take some accountability. Okay. Lauren, come on now. I see that she also she has a podcast. She was doing some grand finale party. Not the show was over. I wonder how these people with the podcast, how they're going to continue to hang on to the coattails of them being on this show. But everyone was here for an opportunity. Some people were here genuinely for an opportunity for love. Other people were for the opportunity to build a business and expand their brand. Okay. We need dating coaches, a therapist. This show is missing an element of intention. Not intention for drama, but intention for love. Now, I wonder if they brought in experts or add in some kind of thing where we really saw, okay, you really here for love. You really here for me. Not what I could provide you. You're here for me as a person. Okay. These are just my thoughts as a therapist. Y'all watching it again next season? Yeah, we probably are. Okay. What do we need when it comes to Black representation in dating shows? Can something new come along that's not Pop the Balloon? I got my own issues with that show, even though I watch it all the time. What do we need? What would a reality show with us look like where it's about moving with intention, moving with focus, and really trying to find someone to be your partner in life with? All right. So please hit that like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Okay. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Please hit that like, please. Leave some comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.